Hello, and welcome to the Gamer's Closet. I'm your host, Douglas Weed, and today we're going to be talking about the Quick Draw McGraw Private Eye game. This game was manufactured by Milton Bradley in 1960. It seats 2 to 4 players, runs for about 20 minutes of game time, and is rated for ages 5 and up. But let's dig into it a little further, shall we? The Quick Draw McGraw Private Eye game is a themed Hanna-Barbera board game that was created in 1960 by Milton Bradley. It is a roll, spin, and movement game and a set collection game. In this game, Quick Draw is trying to solve some of the mysteries that he has heard about. He needs the help of the players in this game to find the missing parts of each mystery. Each player will use one of Quick Draw's friends, Blabber, Snooper, Baba Louie, or Doggy Daddy, to help him. The object of the game is to be the first player to find the 8 missing parts or clue cards, which when put together will solve a mystery. This game does come with multiple pieces. It comes with a spinner built into the game board box. It comes with 4 player pawns, and it comes with 48 mystery cards. To set up this game, shuffle the pack of 48 cards and deal them out face down one at a time on the pitchers of Quick Draw and his 5 friends. There will be a pile of 8 cards on each pitcher. Each group of 8 mystery cards is of a different color. Players spin the dial and search for the same color card as indicated by the arrow. No 2 players may search for the same colored cards. If 2 players spin the same color, the first one uses that color and the other player then spins again. The players select a playing piece and place it in the Quick Draw space on their corner of the board. High spin moves first. Each square on the border counts as 1 space. The players spin, move their pieces to the right, and take the top card from the pile on the pitcher matching the square on which the playing piece stops. For example, if it stops on a Snooper square, the top card on the Snooper pitcher will be taken by that player. If the card is the player's color, they place it face up in front of them on the table, and then their turn ends. If the card is any other color, they keep it in their hand without showing it to any of their opponents, and then their turn ends. When a player's piece stops on a Quick Draw space, they may draw a card like I just mentioned, or if they think that their opponent has one of their cards, they may challenge them. To challenge a player, both players spin the dial. You can use a 6-sided dice if your spinner is damaged or missing. The challenging player first spins and then their opponent. The one who spins the higher number wins and may demand 1 card of their color from the loser. If the loser has 1 or more cards of that color, they must give the winner 1 of them. If the loser has none of the color asked for, no cards are given. Either way, that turn now ends. As the game progresses, all of the cards on 1 or more of the pitchers will be used up. When this happens and a player lands on a square whose matching pitcher is empty, that player may draw 1 card from their opponent's hand. Their opponent fan out their cards with the backs of the players so they will not know which card they are drawing. Please note that this is different than the Quick Draw Challenge. If the player draws a card of their color, they lay it face up on the table with their other cards. If it matches the color of any of their opponents, they put it into their hand. If it does not match any of your own cards or your opponents, you lay it face up aside and put it out of the game. The player's turn ends after the draw, no matter what color card is drawn. When one player's piece stops on a space occupied by an opponent, both players spin the dial as the challenge. The winner, however, this time may not demand a card of their color. They may only draw a card from the hand of the loser, as I just mentioned. The first player to collect their 8 cards of their chosen color and put them together wins the game. Well, this has been an overview of the Quick Draw McGraw Private Eye game. This game was manufactured in 1960 by Milton Bradley. It's one of their many games that have Hanna-Barbera cartoon characters in it, like Quick Draw McGraw, Baba Louie. The game itself goes online anywhere from about $20 to $40, so it's not relatively hard to get a hold of. It is a little on the rarer side because of the age on the game, and the Hanna-Barbera cartoon characters are a little more collectible as items go. So you do have not only gamers to contend with, but also cartoon collectors. So that makes the game a little harder to get a hold of. You still can find it online relatively easy, but like I said, it's a little on the rarer side. The way the game looks is very nice. It's very structured. It has some nice quality cards to it. It has some nice quality art to the board, so it has a very Hanna-Barbera feel to it. It has a nice look to it, and all of the little mystery cards are nicely colored, so you can tell the difference between everything, especially after age and fading. The colors still come out as dull but crisp in that sense of you can tell what they are, so that way they don't blur into other things. If the spinner is built into the box, sometimes you will find this game without the spinner. You can use a D6 dice if you really want to, which will solve most of your problems with this game, so it is still playable. The game is very easy to pick up, very easy to learn, very easy to play. It's very, very kid-friendly. Hanna-Barbera themed, so it is aimed towards kids. The game itself is very well structured. As you can tell on some of the box here, it was brought to you by Good Housekeeping and Parents Magazine, so it is a game that was created with kids in mind. If you want a really good retro theme night, especially for a gaming group, this might be a decent option for you. It's got some different mechanics to it. It's got some back and forth, so it has a nice replayability to it. It doesn't get stale, so you can sit with a couple of rounds of this game without having too much of a problem. So if you haven't played the Quick Draw McGraw Private Eye game before, I would recommend taking a look at it. Like I said, it is very well structured. It's got some nice art to it, and I think you'll have a good time with a retro themed game night. So if you haven't played this game before, I would recommend playing this game. Well, that's it from us here at the Gamers Closet. We'd like to thank you for checking out our video on the Quick Draw McGraw Private Eye board game. If there's a game in the future you'd like us to review or go over, please put it in the comments below. Please hit subscribe so that way you can be the first to check out our future content. And as always, please have a great gaming day.